In the midst of the Mediterranean's sparkling waters and the arid expanses of the Middle East, a land steeped in history and conflict beckons our attention. This is the stage for the long-standing Israel-Palestinian conflict, a complex narrative rooted in religious, political, and territorial disputes that have shaped the course of history and continue to influence global geopolitics. Our journey begins in the late 19th century, an era marked by the rise of national movements. Zionism, the Jewish national movement, emerged with the goal of establishing a Jewish homeland in Palestine, a region with a significant Arab majority at the time. The inception of Zionism set the stage for the first seeds of conflict. Fast forward to the early 20th century. The Balfour Declaration of 1917 by the British government expressed support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. This declaration intensified tensions between the Jewish immigrants and the Arab Palestinians. The situation escalated after World War II. The atrocities of the Holocaust led to increased international sympathy for the Jewish people and their aspiration for a homeland. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a partition plan, dividing Palestine into an Arab state, a Jewish state, and an international zone around Jerusalem. The Jewish leaders accepted the plan, but it was rejected by the Arab leaders. The subsequent establishment of the State of Israel in 1948 ignited the First Arab-Israeli War. The war ended with Israel expanding its territory beyond the UN's partition plan, leaving many Palestinians displaced. Fast forward to the 60s and 70s, a period marked by a series of wars and political shifts. The Six-Day War of 1967 resulted in Israel's capture of several territories, including the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem, further displacing many Palestinians. The late 20th century saw the initiation of the peace process. Notable milestones include the Oslo Accords of the 90s, which marked the first face-to-face agreement between the government of Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization. Despite these attempts at peace, the conflict persists into the 21st century, fueled by issues such as the status of Jerusalem, settlements in the West Bank, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees. Periods of relative calm are punctuated by bouts of violence, as seen in the Gaza wars and the recurring clashes in Jerusalem. To summarize, the Israel-Palestinian conflict is a complex issue with deep historical roots. It began with the rise of Zionism and the Balfour Declaration, escalated after the formation of Israel, and has been characterized by a series of wars, territorial disputes, and peace attempts. Key issues that continue to fuel the conflict include the status of Jerusalem, settlements, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees. This conflict serves as a poignant reminder of the intricate ties between history, politics, and human lives. Understanding its context and complexities is a step towards fostering dialogue and, hopefully, peace in this historic land.